Alright, and we're back at it. So yeah, that video was about 23 minutes. I'd like to keep them close to the 20 to 25 minute range. The upload time is very quick on that. Well, relatively quick. My quick and your quick may be completely different. For my internet, that is what I consider a quick upload. It takes maybe an hour to hour and a half, which is slow to a lot of people. But considering where I live and only having one choice in an internet provider at the moment, I mean, I can handle that. Whereas the last video before I did an internet upgrade was going to take about 6 hours, and the quality was not 1080p or anywhere close to it. Uh, so, small win there. But we're basically dying at this point. I'm going to do what I can to salvage that, which unfortunately is dehydration, and there's not really much to do other than eat what insects I can and keep moving and hope I find something, but that's my problem. Eat 5 insects and get 2 hydration back. Uh, Pretty rough there on that one, and with the current hydration I have, I could turn around now and still probably not make it all the way back, so I'll actually start with more hydration than I had when we originally set out. So, in theory, I should be able to make it back here. Uh, to get my bag, we know what direction we went in, pretty much stayed on a straight path. So, coming back here would not be impossible. It would be a long trip. Probably won't record it, but it's still something that potentially could be done. So I'm not super worried about it. But I'm just curious, how far have I made it? How well I'm staying on track. I'm basically having to use hills and valleys as this is how I know I'm still on track. And I'm trying not to veer too far to the left or right, just so I know I'm still in the same area I want to be in. But at the current rate that we are going into food, we might be able to keep this up as long as I keep getting fiber plants with the insects in them. So I'm going to definitely have to start stopping at every single one of them just for the insects. Was hoping maybe there's a valley or a stream somewhere that we could find. Uh, Clearly, you would think they'd be marked on the map too, but you really don't see much on that map. And the map is made with geography in mind. You can see ridges, things like that, and it kind of worries me when you don't see any water sources stick out on it, because that tells me maybe the ocean is the only place to actually get water if you do not have some source of a water collector, which there are water collectors in the game. Unfortunately, I have not seen one since I started these videos. In the back of the broken down vehicles, I found 2 or 3 on the other road I had just to see if this game would be worth checking out and maybe doing these videos on. So I'm thinking maybe I'm just not in a great area for it. Uh, the vehicles do change occasionally what's in them. That green truck we seen in the last video had different stuff in it than what was there when I first went to it and was killed. It actually had some different actual assets in the back, as well as a lootable box. Clearly, the boxes may despawn because I did empty the loot out of that box before I was killed. But the actual like in-game items that I can't interact with had changed too, so I'm kind of thinking maybe those things change every few days potentially. But gotta stop, pick us up some more insects, and keep going, because as of right now, this is enough to keep alive. We're still basically on course. I'm kind of debating should I veer off a little bit and stay in a valley, but thinking going straight like I've been doing is the best course. Uh, and if it's in sight, we can clearly go get it. But I'd like to try to stay in as straight of a line as possible, just so I know if something does happen, kind of where I was at, as well as I'll know what's out this exact direction for the next time. If I decide to come back out this way, unfortunately, there's not much out here to come back here for any reason. Even if I can gather that water, it might have been faster for me to go explore around the roads, like I've said too. Staying to the road seems to be a good option to find things, but I hadn't had a chance to actually do what I'm doing now, where I went just straight out into the wilderness. Does look like it's clearing up here, so we might be about ready to hit this ocean. That would be a nice break, because I have yet to get to see how the water looks in this game myself, as far as any kind of major body of water. Uh, I'm starting to really lean towards that it is the ocean, and that is it. But I'm sure there's probably wells or some way to get water other than walking to an ocean every time you need water, because oceans are not close to really much. And the problem with me coming this way is, as well, that's gonna make getting water hard. Because I don't see me getting back up from right there. We're going to take this direction. It seems like it might kind of maybe level out. No, that's a pretty good fall. See, and this is what I was wondering. I bet the entire map is set up this way. Like, yes, there are beaches you can see on the map, but you can't really make out from the north side how steep it is, so I'm hoping there is a way to get down there, just at least so we can check it out. The water would be a nice break for me, but the insects are doing their job. Clearly not ideal solution. I don't like having to walk around and just sit here keep clicking with these insects in my hand. That gets a little tedious, but gotta do what I gotta do to get to explore some new stuff. Uh, Not looking good to get all the way down to the beach, though. If you look, that's not going to be doable from what I'm seeing anywhere over here. Cactus. 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 Yeah, alright. Like I said, I've been in the desert before. Fake plant. It'd be nice if it wasn't a fake plant right now, though, just for the fact that I could use some water. But seeing a cactus here leads me to believe this is generated with the same biome assets as a desert, which means I might get lucky and find some aloe a little more plentiful if I look hard enough. Now, it seems weird to me, though, to mark those beaches on a map if you can't get to any of them. Because they're pretty good size. It makes you feel like you're probably able to actually get down onto the beach, but it's not looking like that is doable. I definitely need more of these, because not every plant gives you the insects, so you definitely want to hit when you see them. The stack size for insects is 50, so get close to 50. If you don't want to have any extras, just quit gathering. Good to have plant fiber. Plant fiber, I believe, is a stack of 500. Stack sizes do differ based on the item. I believe it's also calculating the weight. I'm pretty sure wood stacks to 300. Stone is 500, I think. But anyways, gives us a good reason to explore. I do have a rough idea of how to get back from where I'm at, so I'm going to kind of do a little peeking around. Once again, another cactus, and no, this one's not harvestable either, but definitely seems like this was generated with the same stuff they're using for their desert biomes. So maybe, just maybe, there's something over here we can get. And of course it wants to start raining. I mean, nothing I've noticed bad about the rain, but definitely on my end, the rain comes in quite loud. But this is something I can definitely scale. I had talked about paths before. It seems like there are places that are pathed out to make it like this, where you can go in it, get places. Be nice if I could, you know, find something harvestable that will help me at the moment. Not really seeing much. I really need to stop that sprinting, but at this point my hydration is already wrecked. And if you sprint, you also get your food to go down faster, and right now keeping it just at 1 in the hydration, I don't think it really can get worse than that. And all I gotta do is keep clicking these insects. Clearly we will stop and make sure we get us some more. None of this is harvestable, doesn't matter. This is a new plant I haven't seen, not harvestable either. Just kind of quickly checking everything, even though the textures seem to be just natural. Doesn't hurt to check and make sure they didn't sneak a new plant in or something that you can grab. Seeing that lightning crackle over here doesn't make me comfortable, but worst case scenario, I get struck by lightning and it makes this quickly back to my base. I would rather not die though, because I have that water bottle on me, and that water bottle is going to be key to my survival, assuming you can fill it here. Whoa, that's extremely irradiated. So, how do you fill an empty bottle? Because, yeah, bad. I'm assuming I'm not going to be able to fill this here because that is extremely irradiated water. Once again, we can scroll over to it. Right click, left click, crouch closer. I can't really get in that water. I'm going to have to do this and take some hits from the dehydration for a second because I need that health back. In case that radiation starts to affect me, I'm not sure what the radiation does necessarily. I've always got killed by something quickly after getting my radiation anywhere close to this level, so is it a damage over time, or Is it a number that I need to reach, kind of like the cold, where after a certain threshold, that's when it starts to affect anything? Not really sure, so good time to learn. Uh, just want to make sure I'm not going to take any more health hits at the moment. Got a long trip back. Would really like to make this trip worth it by finding something useful. Uh, but I'm not seeing really anything. And Skyrimming isn't an option if you don't know what that means. Basically, scaling cliffs just by jumping. I thought that rock was a frog. Was thinking maybe we could get lucky and get us a frog for maybe lunch, but wasn't so lucky. I'm going to go ahead and pause this video here. Pretty much I'm going to start making my way around. If I come across anything or anything major starts happening, I'll get back in the video. But as of right now, pretty much I'm just going to start making my way back. Like I said, I don't want these videos to be super long just because the upload time starts to get out of hand. Only way I can think to fix that would be getting the quality lower. I want people to be able to watch in good quality for what they're able to get. You know, if you want to watch it in 720, watch it in 720. If you want it in 1080, I want it to be available in 1080 for you. But we will come back if anything happens, or when I make it back to the base, whichever one comes first. Alright, so, quick recap. As you can see, I'm still running. I kind of got a little turned around, mixed up in my way back. I was trying to make sure I had plenty of insects. As you can see, a lot more fiber there than what we had ended with. But it was because I started getting dehydrated and had run out of insects. I didn't follow my straight line path that I should have. But we are actually, I believe this is going to be the Hilltop Town is what they had called it. Anyways, right down there, I'm almost positive that is it. Which is not a bad thing, because, hey, didn't get to see me collect any new resources. But guess what? We got these great barrels here. We do need to be extremely careful. Make sure no guys in gas masks. Got the radiation tick going on, so that means we are going to be close enough where they can be at pretty much determined. If you're in an area that has the radiation sound, you're probably in an area they are walking around in. Wish those bags were a different color. Sometimes those kind of dark black bags are pretty hard to see in some of the thicker foliage. Let's see if we can get to this one. Because, not sure how far in here I can go, how close I can get before the damage actually becomes significant. There is a road sign here. I'd really like to be able to get over there and look at it. Because this is that road that I need corn. That is good. To make corn seeds, you actually need corn. I believe to get the seed anyways you need it. Once again, you want to use a pickaxe on these. Kind of getting a little flustered. I know these guys walk around close by here. Don't want to get caught off guard. As well as when you're dehydrated and every time you're not constantly eating, it becomes an issue. We do got this grill now, so maybe that'll cook food better for us. While we're looking at this, though, I gotta remember to click. Oh, workbench tool. So we can put that in the workbench to use, not positive what all it can be used for. If it maybe makes planks a little cheaper. Not sure. This corn is going to be hard for me to determine what I should do with it, because if we look at the recipes, we can do corn seeds, which I don't have a planting pot to grow it in yet. Or corn flour. Corn flour, you can use that, I believe, to make mash for probably alcohol. So if we look at it, nope, that is yeast and sugar cane. So what can we do with? Ah, we can make yeast, which then we could probably process into bread. Hmm, an idea there. I do not know where to get sugarcane from or how to get it. I do have a pig trying to come attack me, apparently. That is fine. We can try our luck to see if we can get that animal fat we were looking for. Once again, two good shots. Pretty much a solid body shot or a head shot. Uh, we'll take them down. We want that blood pack and we want that meat. Once again, not really interested in making a skull lantern right now. Uh, Fighting is the least of my concerns from a survival standpoint. Aesthetically, I'm sure they look great, but uh, I'm not going to turn down actual meat and food for a decorative item. Not when I am struggling like I am to survive. I'm going to just sprint over here, see if there's anything in this truck. Nope. Nothing's still the same. Would be nice to try to hit a few more barrels. Unfortunately, I'm already out of inventory space because there are a few more barrels over that direction too. I seen them the last time we were here. But for now, I'm probably going to just cut up to the base and call it a night. Like I said, it was pretty late before I got off of work. Just wanted to go ahead and get a video or two going. But you know what? We're going to hit it. We're going to see what we can do. Unfortunately, you really can't tell what the item is until you pick it up. So, might have to do some inventory juggling really quickly. I do have all that string that I need. So, there's 5 items here. We're going to... I can eat a piece of corn, but I'm kind of thinking it might be good to save it. In fact, let's go ahead and scrap that. Wish scrap had a fast keybind for it. Another wood saw, some wire, some more wire. New item, new item. Eat a few insects real quick if we can. I forgot if you're in this inventory, you need to use the shift option. Let's go ahead. We'll get rid of that stack of 85. Pick that up. Another wood saw. I don't know what these wood saws are for, so it kind of makes it a hard sell for me to try to, get rid of one of them, but that is a lot of fiber to get rid of. We're going to go ahead, we'll drop the stack of wood. I mean, I need the wood, but the wood is everywhere. It's not really some rare mystical resource I can't go out and get. And while we're here, you know what? We're going to be risky with it. And go ahead and take this barrel out. I mean, what's the point of leaving it when things do regenerate over time as far as things that spawn in the world like this? So we're going to check these bags really quickly. Nothing that we already have that is stackable. It's going to be a hard sell for me to figure out what to get rid of, though. I'm thinking maybe a stack of the insects and a stack of that plant fiber just so I can pick it up. But that was definitely worth it. Not necessarily something I need immediately, but the tuna does have a nice food amount, as well as you get a scrap can from it, which is why I didn't just use it to get rid of it. Hey, there's 2 cans there, so it'd be pretty hard to get both those down. However, with that said, I could probably spare getting rid of that other stack of insects. Since I have 2 cans of tuna, it also gives hydration. So we're gonna have to get rid of one of these. Curiosity, a damaged hammer. That is actually a very nice hammer. Uh, I mean, it's only good for repairing and building with, but that's a nicer hammer than what I'm already using. Gonna have to make some hard choices here. Uh, nothing straight from here, nothing straight from there, but that is a resource. What do I need to go with that? Some cloth. I really need to save those up, though. We're quite a ways away from any kind of weapon that I think is going to be able to use that gunpowder, and everything despawned on me. So do we want the gunpowder, the plant fiber? The plant fiber is going to do me more right now, and that was just 50 insects. We'll build the stack up and go. You know, that's the one bad thing about this is constantly balancing an inventory because I can't figure out where to get this actual cloth from. But as we do this, we will learn, and once we learn, that will be great because I could really use a cloth bag at the moment. Hurting pretty bad actually to get a cloth bag. Go ahead and make our way this way, that way we can get up this hillside. Our camp should be pretty close by here. Just click and run, click and run. That's all I've been doing. There's our road. So, not super eventful. You know, clearly the water was a bummer. I was really hoping maybe that would work, at least to get some idea of where to get water from, but, don't blame the guy for not wanting to fill up our water bottle with irradiated water. Completely understand. Believe we are slightly too far up. I believe. Unfortunately, it does get kind of hard when you lose track of where you were at originally, but I'm pretty sure we actually just need to go this way. There will be a dead giveaway if there's a curb up here with a guardrail around it. I had only made a trek one time the other way, and that was when I was coming out this way. So, knowing really what I had passed back then is kind of faded from memory. But, yep, there's our guardrail, so no, we need to go further this way. Probably gonna call it quits here before I start the next video. Either tomorrow if I do get up early enough, or maybe, Sunday. We'll see how it goes with my job, but this character probably, I'm just gonna let him die. Don't really have a way to rehydrate him after this, other than eating one insect at a time. Because clearly I can't let his hunger drop too much because he's taking damage from dehydration, and that dehydration damage does hit pretty good, down to 25 health as well. I do have those health kits, but I don't think wasting a health kit with no water to drink is going to be worth it. Didn't really look to see if those health kits give anything other than health. I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be just a health. Maybe stop the bleeding like the bandages do. Also, if I did not show that bandages, literally only good if you are bleeding. They're not going to give you any of your health back, so you're going to want to make sure you use those as quick as possible, as well as have something that will give you health if you take much damage or you plan on doing any major fighting of any type. Because if you just stop the bleeding and you're still getting knocked around by somebody or something, not being able to heal is going to become an issue really quickly. But we're back at the base. Not really sure what to do at the moment. I'm going to go over here, cut that on. I just like to have it on in case it's nighttime when I spawn back in. I'm not going to stay in the base just in case. Got the grill there. Let's see if we can do anything with that. I mean, it doesn't seem to be that way. I'm actually pretty sure that needs to be used in conjunction with something you would place down in the actual base and not on the campfire. Because it does give you an idea. Base, resources. If you look at the hammer, it's a tool. If you look at these are specifically workbench tools. But we're going to throw one in the workbench before I cut this video, see what's going on with it. There are a few slots for it. That is the first time I've burnt a piece of meat, but let's go ahead and take it out. So it looks like it's a rollable option. I'm honestly just going to leave it in there because don't really want the -8 hydration. I'm going to take the charcoal out of here just so it ain't there. Better yet, I want that off because I don't have any green wood. I don't believe in any of these chests to refill that with. We're going to fill that up. Wanted to keep this organized, but we're going to have to do like a dump chest just to I'm going to kind of figure out what I want to do here. Throw some charcoal in there. Don't have any corn in here. Got the wire. Frags. No batteries stacked yet. Clearly no saws. First time I found them. Over here, fiber, batteries. We already had some batteries in there. That is good. We're going to throw the corn in there just because that is something I definitely want to save. I'm going to take that wood out of there. I want those scrap in there. As well as the stone out of there because that blood pack is way more valuable. So, workbench tools on this side. Adding tools to the workbench will increase the quality chance of crafting. Okay, so can I put all these here so I don't have to keep them on me? Yes, I can. Can I throw a hammer in there by chance? Nope, wrong item type. Can't eat from that, but I know I said I was gonna let my guy die, but prefer not to die when I wanted to look at this real quick. So we can increase the quality of items we craft here. So I'm assuming if I start making tools, maybe wooden bows, maybe they have a better durability or damage chance if they craft quality better. Not sure. We can test it on another video. Like I said, I'm done for the night as far as that goes. Might just go ahead and let my guy die here because he's only going to be able to take that dehydration hit 1 or 2 times. Better yet, we'll save it before I start next video. But I'll be making a few more videos, definitely for sure, over this. A lot of things I still want to find out how to do and work on.